I was trained about using respirators, and they always say, they taught us that it's only 99.9 safe. So if you go to a room full of asbestos or filled with silica, you still inhale that 1% of silica or asbestos. So as time goes by, that 1% increases little by little, and you're still prone to breathing in silica, asbestos, or whatever room you're in. It's still dangerous wearing the respirators and these.
What'd you call these?
These just masks. Like,
so it now became a maskatory. The mandatory mandated masks is become a maskatory, and people policing. What are your thoughts on that?
Man, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like this is shutting us up, telling us what to do, man. And it's hard to breathe with these things, especially at work.
Right.
And you still got airways going through here, and it's still airborne. So we're like, let's just say in a small room where an ATM is at,
yes,
people are wearing masks, and they're so paranoid, like, oh, I'm not supposed to touch anything, but you're breathing it in.
Right, right.
It's airborne.
Yes.
So I don't understand what's going on, and I feel like it's more to it than what they're telling us. And it's they say, oh, billion lives were lost, but it's no different from an anthropologist who looks at a stone or a rock and says, oh, it's trillion years old.
So would you still let your kid wear masks, or do they need to have to wear masks a certain time when they go to public only, right? But what about when you're not in public? Will you still have them to wear masks?
That's the thing is that back then, before I answer the question,
yes,
I was really germophobic. I was skeptic. I was subconscious of what I breathe in.
Right.
And regardless what in the medical field, from what I've learned.
So where do you discover that this is kind of like, it doesn't affect with the knowledge you just dropped, telling us what's up? Because
I had MRSA, and I asked the doctor, like, hey, I always wear respirators, mask everywhere I go. I don't understand how I caught MRSA. MRSA grew in my nose. So it led to an abscess, which led to my gum. And I asked them, how did I get MRSA if I'm always wearing respirators and these masks, especially at work? Right. And they said it's just living bacteria that's in your nose. So actually, when you wear a mask, it's counterproductive. It doesn't do anything. It will cause more damage. Like you said, MRSA, right? Like, yeah, it's just they will tell you, any doctor will tell you, it's just living bacteria that's in your nose. So regardless if you have it or wear a respirator or mask or not, you still have bacteria living in your nose. And mine got so activated that it almost took my life. It almost took my life. Because you wear masks? Because I was wearing masks. For how long? Is it for a long period of time, right? A year. A year, okay. A whole year. All right. I asked them, how did I get it? They said it's just living bacteria in your nose. So regardless if you wear a respirator or not, it got activated and almost took my life. So with masks, it's even worse. Yeah, to me it's worse because you're breathing in the same air that you're exhaling from, which is not good for your body. Right. But overall, if my kids want to wear it, I respect the decision. But if they don't, I respect their decision. I'm not going to force them to do something they do or they don't want to do. So when you know it caused the damage, as you said, within a year, so with your own knowledge and your own experience, you wouldn't want them to wear masks, right? Period. If they do, like I said, just not prolonged period of time, right? Long period of time. Yes. Like get some air, some fresh air. Get the natural habitat of the air here that we breathe in since time immemorial. So if we have them to wear it, it's also could almost consider like child abuse because you're restricting their breathing from. Yes. Right. Okay. Yeah, and you're restricting them, but also have them respect the people around them that do believe in that. Right. So that's just their belief system because from ignorance, from not being educated, because the parents and themselves are not being educated or have the knowledge base regarding that because they didn't educate themselves. All they do is just be acquiescing because they've seen it on the media and the news or whatever they read online, right? Yeah. So they don't use their own discernment, their own critical thinking and their own judgments. Yeah, and it's best for them to think for themselves instead of someone just saying, right, we need to wear a mask, and all of a sudden everybody needs to wear a mask. Yes, so it's kind of scary, right? Because if you're the only one that not wearing masks, you're going around people wearing masks, it's kind of a little scary sometimes, right? Yeah. And a lot of people are saying some stuff too. So, yeah, and it's sad that we can't even tell if they're smiling or not. Yes. And I miss seeing people smiling, being themselves, being together in unity. And now it's like, we need to stay divided, separated. Yes. And because the media says this, now we need to stay separated. And I'm like, no, like, why do we need to do that? And you're right, we can't see the smile. The smile got massacred by the mask. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. Yeah. Overall, man, it's just unbelievable, man. Well, all right. I want to say thanks for your time and you enjoyed your family dinner. I will. All right.